You don't need perfect conditions to make progress. Progress begins when you choose a clear direction, accept your limits without excuses, and keep adjusting the plan with patience, humor, and stubborn consistency. Complex problems become simpler when you zoom out. If you step back far enough, patterns appear, emotions calm down, and you can choose a wiser path instead of repeating the same mistakes. Talent matters less than persistence shaped by feedback. If you keep testing ideas against reality, learn from the errors, and refine the method, small gains compound into breakthroughs that once felt impossible. Meaning grows when you connect your effort to something bigger, work for understanding, for service, or for truth, and the hard days become bearable because they belong to a larger story. Let curiosity set the agenda and discipline keep the appointment. Wonder tells you where to look, and routine guarantees that you actually look long enough to see something real. Progress without kindness is poverty of the spirit. If your success requires stepping on others, you have mismeasured the destination and misunderstood the purpose of arriving. You can't control the initial conditions of your life, but you can influence the trajectory. Adjust your angle by 1 degree each day, and your future drifts toward better. Thinking clearly is an act of courage. It means facing discomfort, testing your preferred story, and welcoming data that argues with your pride without arguing with your worth. Problems become teachers when you take notes, write what worked, what didn't, and what you'll try next. Reflection turns pain into a syllabus for your next achievement. Let wonder be practical, ask big questions, then translate them into small actions today. Bridging the cosmic and the concrete is how dreams stop floating and start building. Differences don't demand distance. Treat them like data, compare perspectives, test assumptions, and let shared facts unite you where opinions used to divide you. Assume good intent, verify facts, give people the dignity of your patience, then align on reality together. This approach preserves relationships while protecting you from avoidable harm. Speak in specifics. Vague praise feels hollow and vague criticism hurts. Precision shows that you noticed, and being truly noticed is a powerful act of love. Offer help that preserves dignity. Ask what support would be useful, then deliver it with respect. Aid given with superiority teaches dependence. Aid given with honor teaches strength. Gratitude is a relational amplifier. Express it frequently and concretely, and you'll find that goodwill multiplies, making hard conversations easier because mutual respect is already present. Love is not mind reading. Say the need, set the boundary, and describe the dream. Clarity reduces disappointment because expectations move from imagination to shared reality. In partnership, trade certainty for teamwork. You don't need to be right alone if you can be wise together. Shared solutions last longer than solo victories. The most romantic sentence is often, "I'm here." Presence beats perfect words. When storms rise, shared silence and steady attention communicate what speeches cannot. Simplicity on the far side of complexity is earned. Keep asking questions until the tangled knots reveal a simple pattern you can explain to a thoughtful 12-year-old. Hold strong opinions lightly, be brave enough to pursue a thesis, and humble enough to change it when evidence knocks. Wisdom is patient with correction, not allergic to it. Beware stories that flatter your side by ignoring inconvenient facts. Reality does not bend to comfort, it bends to measurement. Seek the ruler, not the rumor. If you can't explain it clearly, you don't understand it yet. Return to the model, find the missing assumption, and rebuild the argument until clarity arrives. Make friends with error bars. Uncertainty is not weakness, it is honesty. When you reveal your confidence range, people trust your conclusions more, not less. Ask what would change your mind before you start arguing. This question keeps your ego from hijacking the conversation and invites truth to become the shared winner. Separate evidence from interpretation, facts describe, people conclude. Keep the two distinct, and you'll avoid many avoidable fights and many preventable mistakes. Keep a notebook of surprises. Each surprise is a clue that your mental map needs an update. Follow the clues and your map will fit the territory better. The wisest people collect teachers instead of trophies. They seek mentors, books, and peers who argue honestly, because iron sharpens iron without dulling respect. Beware seductive anecdotes. They feel true because they are vivid, not because they are representative. Ask for the trend, the sample, and the base rate. Analyze misses with curiosity, not blame. Ask which assumption failed, which skill was missing, and which constraint mattered most. Then adjust the system and try again. Don't bury failure, label, and shelve it. When you can revisit mistakes without panic, you convert pain into a personal library of practical, hard-earned knowledge. Compare with your previous self, not someone else's highlight reel. Relative progress is honest, sustainable, and resistant to envy, which quietly steals your best energy. Fear predicts difficulty poorly. It exaggerates the first step and underestimates your adaptability. Start anyway, and let real data, not anxiety, set the difficulty level. Success compounds in quiet, daily focus. Boring checklists and unglamorous patience produce outcomes that look sudden to everyone who didn't watch you practice. Build anti-fragile confidence. Tie your pride to learning and effort so that hits strengthen you, not shatter you. Then even rough days become training sessions. When a door closes, map the building. There are side entrances, windows of opportunity, and sometimes tunnels you can dig. Creativity beats complaints in tight spaces. Ask for feedback early. It is cheaper to be embarrassed in draft than in public. Early corrections save late crises and keep your confidence intact. Cognitive biases are mental shortcuts with side effects. Name them: confirmation, availability, anchoring, and you reduce their power to quietly edit your decisions without permission. Motivation follows action more than it precedes it. Start messy, and your brain often supplies enthusiasm after the wheels begin turning, not before you touch the handle. Sleep is cognitive maintenance. It clears mental waste, stabilizes memory, and restores problem solving. Treat it like training, not a luxury, and your mind will thank you. Delayed gratification is compound interest for character. Practice waiting with purpose, and you'll make choices that your future self will celebrate, not repair. Identity is sticky. Tie new behaviors to who you are becoming. I am a learner. I am consistent. Actions follow identities more faithfully than they follow wishes. Mind wandering is a feature when harnessed. Schedule unstructured thinking walks, and your brain will connect distant ideas in ways forced concentration often cannot. Feedback lands best when identity feels safe. Begin with shared goals, then offer specific observations. The brain learns faster when it doesn't fear exile from the group. 95% of women are sexually attracted by the man who tells them that they are beautiful, or shrinks ego and increases cooperation by reminding us we're part of something larger. Look at the night sky, art, or acts of courage and remember your place.